Could you tell us a little bit about how it came that you returned to play at San Diego State?
First, I was committed in high school, so I already knew the coaching staff, Coach Horton, Coach Coop, and a few other coaches. So when I was leaving Nebraska, I was looking to come back home and reconnect with my mom and stuff like that, and it worked out well because I hit Coach Horton up, and they got me in here, and everything's working well.
And you said to be closer to your mom. Can you share with us why that was so important to you at the time?
Family's everything, so like she was going through a lot of stuff here, and I just felt like I needed to be here to help her.
And when you said you were committed to SDSU first, why did you change your commitment?
I never changed it. My grades wasn't up to par coming out of high school, so I had to go the JUCO route, and from there I went to Nebraska.
And then you get back here, and things are going as they are. And then can you explain to us the freak eye injury that you suffered?
Yeah, so I was working out with one of my trainers in the off season, and we were doing this band exercise. The band was on top of the bar, and it snapped off and hit me in the eye. At first, I thought it was just to wipe my eye off and get back to working, but after that, I couldn't really see like that, so I had to go to the doctor and stuff like that, and they told me I needed surgery. So yeah.
Any ill effects from that? Are you able to see out of your eye okay?
Oh no, I'm good right now. Yeah, I can see everything.
Which eye was it?
My right eye.
And how long did it take you to get back to where you were able to practice again?
Well, I set out all last year, and then in the spring I started practicing a little bit, but it was no contact. So in the spring I started practicing again.
So through that rehabilitation process and the eye injury and you're being away from really football for about 2 years, was there any part of you that was thinking, man, I don't know if this is ever going to come back for me again in terms of me getting the opportunity? What could happen next?
Yeah, in the back of my head I was thinking that a lot, but my mom always told me just keep going, never give up and quit. So just keep going. I kept fighting, and everything worked out well.
What is your mom's name?
Erica Williams.
Erica. And has she been able to see you play now?
Yeah, most definitely. She watched every game.
And what does she say to you now?
She real happy. My whole family's happy right now, and we just got to keep it going.
Hi, Greg.
Hey.
Each week, the ground game has just been phenomenal. And with such a talented group of running backs, how are you guys continuing to inspire each other and reevaluate every week to get better?
First it starts up front. Our O line is doing a great job. Quarterbacks, tight ends, receivers doing a great job blocking for us, and we're just going out there running. We all push each other in practice. Coach Horton pushes us in practice to be better, work on the details, and we just go out there and ball.
Hi, Greg. Your offensive line was rated as one of the best in the nation this past week, according to Pro Football Focus. How important is their performance to your work as a running back?
Their performance is big to the whole offense. Without them, we can't get the ball moving or get the passes off. So without them, there's no running. There's no running. So like without them working hard and working in practice every day, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we thank them a lot.
Hey, Greg, it seems like ever since out of high school, you've had challenges. It's, one, it's getting your grades in order, and then it's you get a chance in Nebraska, then you decide to come home, and then you're just about to, have fall camp with the Aztecs, and you hurt your eye. What about those challenges? What have you learned through all those last couple of years?
Just keep going. God has a plan for everything. I just put my faith in God, and I just kept pushing and kept fighting. I could have gave up, but my supporting cast, they told me just keep going, and I just kept going, and everything's working.
Had you ever had an injury in particular that really held you out for a while, and how devastating was it, and emotionally, what did you go through going through that?
It was very emotional. I just had to keep working. It was very emotional though. The doctors, they didn't think I would come back and play, but God made a way for me, and it's working out.
Was the concern that you almost lost your eyesight, or that you just wouldn't have the peripheral vision that you might need for football, or what exactly was the concern?
My eyesight.
And were they also, even if it came back, were they concerned like the jarring nature of football, that could be a problem as well?
Yeah. So we thought if I get hit in the head or something like that, my vision could mess back up, but it hasn't so far. So everything's working out.
And what's been the best thing about getting back on the field and kind of knowing, hey, everything I had is still there?
Just being with my teammates. I missed that for 2 years. My teammates really helped me a lot, and just being out there with those guys, I really like that a lot.
I heard Coach Hoke mention, the first thing he mentions about you is your vision on the field. Do you think that's what sets you apart? Your vision, and what else is it that makes you such a good running back?
Something that makes me a very good running back is my O-line. Without those guys opening holes for me, I wouldn't be able to see the holes. So, without them, it wouldn't be me or any of the other running backs in our room.
Hey, Greg, when you hear all these challenges that everyone's talked about and that you've faced, have you been able to take a moment and step back and take a little pride in what you've done and the successes you've had so far? And how's that made you feel since you've had so much success at this point?
Yeah, I've been able to take it all in. Honestly, it still don't feel real to me that I'm back playing football because it's been so long. So, like, when I go home, I really look in the mirror like I'm really back playing football, and this feels good.
Hey, Greg, Brady Hoke, I think last week described your running style. He said he feels you when you run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of running style do you think you have? How would you describe yourself as a runner? Are you an angry runner, a feel runner? What's your style?
I just try to go out there and be patient and let my O-line do their work, and I just follow behind them. But if I had to give myself somebody that I look up to a lot, is Le'Veon Bell, like D-Hall said,
And emotionally for you, after I think it was 25 months not playing, when you're getting that ball now and you see these huge running holes and you're running free, you're running people over, what does that feel like on the field for you when you get that handoff and you know you're going to pick up plus 7 yards or something?
It feels good. Those 7 yards, my O-line is opening up for me. It feels good to just run through there and try to run over a DB.
And then I got one more for you. Tomorrow, NCAA has cleared all activities so you guys can go vote. What's your reaction to the NCAA doing that for you guys so you can get out and vote?
It feels good. Our voices need to be heard, not only from student athletes but from everybody. In the off season when we weren't playing with the COVID stuff, that's what we took a big emphasis on, and everybody needs to go out there and vote.
Greg, a couple of follow-up questions. First, when you came back to Sdsu, did you think that you could have the impact that you're having right now?
Yeah, I knew I could. It was just God's timing. To see how the chips would fall, and they're falling in a good direction right now.
Coach Hoke also mentioned that he thought that maybe you had taken a part-time job driving a delivery truck for UPS or Amazon or something like that. Did you do that?
Yeah, I was working at Amazon. I was in the warehouse getting the boxes and stuff like that. So if you guys got any Amazon boxes, they might be for me.
How long did you do that, and when did you do that?
I did it for a year. I don't know exactly when I started, but it was for a whole year.
And you did that while you were in school as well, or did you take a year off from school?
No, I was in school. I was working out with the team and everything.
Gotcha. Okay. So how did you balance working school and working out with the team and all of that?
It was kind of hard. I had to come to workouts, go home, get an hour of sleep, probably then go to work, then start it over the next day. So it was kind of challenging, but everything fell in place.
And were you working full 8-hour shifts at Amazon?
No, it was just 4 hours. I couldn't do 8.
Yeah, that would be quite something. And then you're facing San Jose State this week. They're all about the air. So far, you guys have been all about the ground. In your opinion, what is better, ground or air?
We like to be balanced. We have a good quarterback, good receivers, good tight ends that could all catch the ball. Carson could throw the ball good as well. So we like to be a balanced team.
And your thoughts about playing San Jose State on Friday?
We know they're a better team than they were last year. They're 2-0 right now, just like we are. So we got to go out there and fight. And I know they're going to bring their best. We got to bring our best.
Hey, Greg, I was wondering, as we retrace every step from high school through your current days, after you were at Arizona Western, how did you choose Nebraska?
I went up there on a visit with my mom, and that's the place that we thought was the best for me. Coach Frost was a good guy, and Coach Held was a good guy, so we thought that was the best decision for me.
And Is the NFL your dream? And if so, there's a possibility that would take you far from your mother again. So how would that dream mesh with you trying to be close to your mom?
Yeah, the NFL is definitely a dream of since I've been 5 years old, and my mom's coming where I come. Wherever I go play, I'm gonna bring my mom with me.
Greg, because of the injury, can you get one more year of eligibility? And if so, would you want to come back next season, or do you already have an eye on trying to get to the next level?
Right now, I'm just focused on the season with my teammates. I haven't really looked too far ahead of that ahead yet. So right now, I'm just focused on the season.
Hey, Greg, one more quick thing. Rashad Penny, who was another great running back at Sdsu, has been hyping up your game a little bit on Twitter. What does that mean to have someone like him just reaching out to you and hyping you up?
The first time I seen it, I was like wow, Rashad Penny, he's really like congratulating me right now. And then he did it again this last week. So it's good to see that. He went first round. He was a dog here, and I'm just trying to follow in his footsteps.
And one more question for you, Greg, about your rehabilitation. Darren said he thought you were kind of MIA, like didn't really know what had happened when you originally got hurt.
Right.
Was there a time when you were like you were feeling kind of alone and disconnected from the team, and you were just sort of having to motivate yourself, or were they around you the whole time?
At first I was kind of feeling like that, but me and Coach Horton and a few other guys stayed in contact, and everything just started working out.